Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Dumi Hlapo, bringing you the best of what's going down in and around Johannesburg. Johannesburg has been a center of art in Africa, and the Johannesburg Art Gallery has been providing a place for the public to experience artistic culture for the last 100 years.
This year is the 100th anniversary of the Johannesburg Art Gallery, and to celebrate, they have put on 6 exhibitions showcasing their collection.
In 1910, this lady, Florence Phillips, started collecting art because she was adamant that there has to be a gallery in Johannesburg. She felt that the colonial Philistine needed to be uplifted. So she started working on raising funds to build a gallery, but in the meanwhile, she was purchasing art. And I'm hoping that this opportunity, the book that we're launching, all of it will lead to a new beginning of people coming to the Johannesburg Art Gallery. Well, it's about culture, it's about art, it's about heritage, all the important things that people should know about and should care about. And if we can't hold on to our cultural heritage, then we are nothing.
The 6 different exhibitions are focused on different aspects of the Johannesburg Art Gallery collection. There is South African art from 1940 to 1975, Encore, Public Favorites, which focuses on the most popular pieces of the gallery, Pre-Raphaelites and their circle, focusing on classical art pieces, Pastoral pieces, significant African objects from Johannesburg Art Gallery's historical collections, Digital Underground, which focuses on digital media, and finally, Moments in a Metropolis, which focuses on the print collection of the gallery.
So this exhibit is called Moments in a Metropolis, and it's the works on paper collection of the Johannesburg Art Gallery. The prints range from about early 1600s up until 2000s, so pretty much kind of right now. There's a huge tradition of printmaking in Africa, and I think it's interesting to see how that manifests itself elsewhere and how that manifests itself in our collection. What's nice about this exhibition is it really shows the similarities kind of worldwide, and I hope it kind of creates a sense of connection to not only Johannesburg, but cities everywhere.
These exhibitions offer the best that South Africa has to offer, and as always, entrance to the Johannesburg Art Gallery is free. So support the arts of South Africa, check out some heritage, and expand your horizons with the Centenary exhibition at the JAG. I'm Samuel Gebhardt from Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Lois Mkize, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those that are always on the move, do catch us on pockettv.mobi, and that's Pocket with an I. 5 Simon nominations, 3 million views on YouTube, sold out concerts both locally and internationally, and having recently joined an international recording label, Goodluck certainly proves that there really is something behind a name.
Hi guys, what a pleasure it is to have you in studio.
Thank you.
So first things first, just tell us, how did this band all come about?
Ben and I were previously in a band together called Jack Sharp. Ben was on drums and I was vocals, and we had a bassist and a guitarist. And he came to me one of the days we were just sort of hanging out, and he said, aren't you interested in making some electronic music, music that we can fit into nightclubs where it's not just about a stage and people watching you, but you can play, in a nightclub where people just want to dance. So I was like, oh, that could be interesting. So he booked a gig without any music.
Yeah.
And we had 2 weeks to make a set, and we did it, and we had a great show, and that was kind of how it was born.
All over the world there's been a huge surge of electronic pop kind of music that's been making the airwaves since Guetters or Calvin Harris's. But if you take it back to the early 2000s, that might have not been quite the case. What's your take currently on South Africa and our electro pop kind of consumption? How's that going?
South Africa's got an amazing scene. I think, if you look back 10 years ago, when it was really just starting, and that's sort of when we started sort of getting a sense of what we wanted to do, or certainly I did. And I was still in a rock band then. Now it's just such a beautiful mix of genres that has made up that sort of electronic pop sound, which is very cool.
I just want to know, everything is going digital right now. Music, like I said, you guys have 3 million views on YouTube, all of that, and you've garnered quite some success when it comes to iTunes.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this transition from actual tangible music into the digital space?
I'm in two minds about it, personally, I have to say. I think, on the one hand, I think it's really cool because music is very accessible these days and people, everyone and anyone can get hold of it. But I feel like the emotional attachment to music, in a way, is kind of lost a little bit in the digital age. I mean, if you
don't have to save up for that CD or that cassette tape or that record, anymore. And when you buy it, there's such an emotional investment in it.
If I asked you, right, what was the first album or record you bought, you could probably tell me. But if I asked you what's the first song you streamed, there's chances are you have no idea. But what I do like about it is that more people can be reached.
True.
Yeah.
And we have fans all over the world, and it's incredible, especially now with our brand new single that's just been launched back in the day. It was our first internationally signed record. The song can, through a database, spread everywhere really quickly.
Can we expect any performances, any kind of upcoming news that your fans would love to know about?
Yes.
We've got actually a really cool series of events that happen on the garden route in summer in Plettenberg Bay every Sunday from the 13th of December all the way through to the 10th of January. It's called Get Lucky Summer. It's the most amazing, it's just our favorite gig to play because it's so beautiful. It's on the lawns of the Beacon Isle Hotel, and we've got an amazing lineup this year. Got the Kiffness, we've got Albert, we've got De Hofner from Holland coming out, we've got Timo ODV, am I missing someone?
And the
City from Cape Town.
And I think that's it.
Yeah. And it's just an absolutely beautiful, it's a sunset sort of concert that happens right on the edge of the sea, and it's just the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's called Get Lucky Summer.
That's really exciting. And then obviously we also just launched our brand new single back in the day, which it's like a summer theme tune, I think.
It's an anthem.
It's an anthem. It's just got a really cool summertime feel to it, saxophone, it's like tropical house. It makes you feel really happy, and it's the first international release that we've had, so we're really excited about it. And it's a collaboration with De Hofner from the Netherlands, so look out for it and download it if you want to hear some cool new summer music.
How's it? This is Zion, and you are watching Joburg Today.
There are many factors that people keep in mind when choosing where they want to live. Having horses, however, does take finding a home in a place like Johannesburg to a whole new level.
Kyalami and fast cars are for many synonymous, but the Greater Kyalami area is actually one of South Africa's major equestrian hubs. With gated security estates very much part of South Africa's residential landscape nowadays, it should also be no surprise that some horse-loving Johannesburgers are choosing to live here in equestrian estates.
I think that the estates here are very popular and they are growing, and I tell you why. I think that Kyalami, Belu, this particular area in Gauteng, has the most horse per capita in the country.
The security issue of a gated estate is definitely something to look forward to. We've got wonderful bridle trails which are relatively safe and gated, so you can actually walk safely with your children, with your horses, with your dogs.
An equestrian estate is an estate offering equestrian facilities. Obviously, they vary between different estates. The size of the stands are also between 5,000 square meters to 15,000 square meters. Some of them offer a central equestrian facility like stables and arenas, but the majority of them do often offer bridle paths of like between 20 and 30 kilometers, and those are secure. I think it's the lifestyle that appeals to people. I think like Belu, you have the benefits of suburban living while living in the country.
Although Belu Country Estate was not originally developed as such, it became a gated estate around 2001, making it one of the oldest equestrian estates in the area.
One of the biggest threats to the equestrian community is densification. And it started in Joburg many years ago. And people had to move out from Sandton and those areas, and they moved here where there was still open space left. So I don't think gated was initially the need. It was the need for space and the need for beautiful open areas. Gated have become a necessity from security more than anything else.
In Baloo, rules organise life around horses.
What we do say is make sure you keep your trails available for people to ride, make sure you keep the gates closed, make sure you slow down for animals. You know, we really ask people to give way to horses. That's, I think, the biggest rule, most important thing for us is let horses have right of way. That is why people live here. That is why your property has so much value.
I love this place because I think the people are nice, and I love going out on a Sunday. You've got the bird sanctuary, the golf course, you meet people walking their dogs, you meet other riders, you meet cyclists.
The Joburg equestrian community is, however, concerned.
I think a lot of us are quite fearful for the future of equestrians in Joburg because we see the densification, we see shopping centres, more roads, more vehicles, more housing going up around us. I think equestrian environments are going to have to move further out of the cities, and that is why we fight so hard to keep this environment like it is. If we can maintain it and keep the wide open spaces, it becomes an asset for the entire city.
The Greater Kyalami area has also been earmarked for infrastructure, commercial and even some industrial developments. Marisa de Klerk, Joburg Today.
Hi, this is Darren Simpson from the Breakfast Express on 947. You watching Joburg Today.
For more on the city, do check out our playlist as well as the latest episode of Leading Opinion. From myself, for Dumi Nhlapo, I do leave you with Stepping Out by Samuel Miller.
Back in ETV.
You step out in front and the other. Open your mind, there's so much to discover. Oh, make sense of it. Oh, and on my back, no weight from another. Feeling so free, just me and my lover. Oh, make sense of it. Oh. When you say don't go, please don't go away. I'm not gone, I wasn't there in the first place. When you try too hard, and beauty has no space, so let go, let go. You step back, say you got a fear of rejection. Your own worst enemy's your own reflection. Oh, make sense of it. Oh, why you scared? Don't let life slip by. The same 4 walls, the same 9 to 5. Oh no, make sense of it. Oh, when you say don't go, please don't go away. I'm not gone, I wasn't there in the first place. When you try too hard, and beauty has no space, so let go, let go.